Let us study A River by R.K. Ramanujan. This is very beautiful poetry. The poem A River written by R.K. Ramanujan describes the coldness of new poets towards the harsh reality of the things that they romanticize. The poet also expresses his concern about the tradition of copying the ideas and ways of old poets by the new poets and their inability to create something which is about the present rather than the past. The poem is about the river that flows through the city of Madurai. He first talks about the beauty of the river and then tells how it killed people. The poem has been divided into four main stanzas with different line lengths. Stanza 2. The poet says he was there for a day. He there refers to the poet himself. He tells that he has seen that incident when there was a flood. People everywhere talked about the rising level of river water and number of stones of the bathing places and submerged in the river. It also carried off the trees, village houses, a pregnant woman, and a couple of cows which were named Gopi and Brinda as usual. The names of the cows seem to be amusing. Stanza 3. However, the new poets, those of his times, still quote the old poets. And one ever talked about the pregnant woman who was drowned with the twins in her belly who were kicking at blank walls even before birth. They died before coming to the world. The poet imagines that the twins were kicking at the white while to escape but could not, and were ultimately drowned to death with their mother. The poet never brought this tragic incident to the poem. Stanza 1. In Madurai, which is the city of temples and poets who, according to the poet, sing for the beauty of the city, its temples, and its river, which dries up, making the sand visible as the water flows in the small streams. The sand looks like ribs of humans. In addition to the sand, there are straws and human hair under the bridges having rusted bars and also patches of repair up all over them. And the rusty bars obstruct the free flow of water. There are also wet stones which are shining and look like sleeping crocodiles, and those which are dry seem to be like water buffaloes without hair relaxing in the sun. In addition, the poet have also written about the floods, the rainy season. However, the poet says that the poets have written only about those two seasons, the summer and the rain, and that too describing its beauty. They have not brought to their verses what loss has been inflicted on the people because of the rainy season. Stanza 4. The poet again refers to himself using the third person he. According to him, the river is poetic, or in the other words, it can be romanticized only once a year. And then, in just half an hour, it takes away three houses, a couple of cows, and a pregnant woman who was expecting twins having fair bodies and also was thinking of having diapers of different colors as so as to distinguish between them. The last stanza thus cooperates, compares the contrast and writing of the poet himself and other poets of his age. On the one hand, all other poets try to praise the beauty of the river, and on the other hand, the poet himself makes a balance between the beauty and the losses inflicted on the people by it. Poetic technique. Ramanujan also uses a variety of poetic techniques such as alliteration, assonance, consonance, enjambment to unify the text. Alliteration occurs when words are used in succession or at least appear close together and begin with the same letter. Assonance and consonance are other forms of repetition in which a vowel or consonant sound is used multiple times. In words that close in proximity, a few of these are noted with the body of the text. Enjambment is another important technique. This occurs when a line is cut off before its natural stopping point. It forces a reader down to the next line and the next quickly. One of the forced to move forward in order to comfortably resolve a phrase or sentence. A great example is between lines 4 and 5 in which reader has to move down a line to find out what summer brings. All of these techniques contribute to the speaker's tone. It fluctuates back and forth between disappointed, analytical, and even a light-hearted at times. This is the end of the poem, which deals with the rivers. Through river, he wants to say that poets should put forth their original ideas and not the old ones. Thank you.